And now, it's time for the Sticks and Stones podcast. Just like the barbershop, but with better hair. Stick City, stand the fuck up. And now, here's your hosts, Jeremy Barnes and Corbin Shepard. Gentlemen, the floor is yours.
All right. Welcome back to the Sticks and Stones podcast. It's been a hot minute.
We
a while.
We got lost.
We got a new setup. As you can see, we're not in the same spot as we were.
We're remote.
As we were. Yeah.
We're remote after COVID, which makes
just to make things a little easier. But yeah.
Well, I'm Jeremy. That's Corbin. For those that have not listened before, it's been a minute. We took a break or a hiatus, thinking that it would be maybe a month, maybe 2 weeks, and then it ended up being 6 months.
Yeah, hiatus actually sounds a little bit more official. I like hiatus.
Yeah, life came.
Makes it sound like one of us went to jail.
Nobody went to jail. At least not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
No, nobody's going to jail.
Nope.
No. So what's been up, man? Give these people what they want. You know, let them know.
I mean, I guess we should start where we've been. I mean, really just life. I mean, we stopped in November. We had a lot going on with the holidays. Both of us did. I do a lot of running around for my son. Jerm has a lot going on, so we were both really busy and just needed to take a little bit of time off for the holidays, and then decided that it would be easier if we did things a little bit remotely. So we took our time to get that stuff together. That way we could get it right and, you know, not just half-ass it. So, you know, you could see our sets-ups and whatnot.
Our setups, yeah.
Yeah.
It changed a little bit.
You know, we've been here, but we haven't been here. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I've just been working, getting stuff ready for this wedding, which is about a month out. Let's see how many days we got. 35 days.
You know what you need to do?
36.
You remember when you were a kid in like first and second grade and you used to make those chains for the countdown to Christmas?
Yeah,
and then every day you'd rip one off. Yeah, you need to make one of those.
No, we don't need. We don't need to do all that.
Come on,
I got a counter right here, dude. Right here in front of me.
I think old girl would think it's cute.
Nah,
hang that from the fridge and just rip one off every day.
The kids would love it.
Exactly.
The kids would love it. But
see there.
Yeah, just getting ready for that. Working. A lot's changed. We when we left, the NFL season was going on.
Yeah.
And
it was some kind of season.
There was a team that won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, there's a team that didn't.
I don't know which team won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But you know, they did all right. They did okay. They did all right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they did all right.
Being here in Ohio, it got like I knew it was going to be hype.
I got a little worried.
Yeah,
right.
But even all that aside, just during the playoff run, it was nuts here. It was crazy.
It should be.
It's like right, and that's like one of the things that makes football so great. Like I'm out and about working. Oh my God. I'm out and about working. I got a
recap of the season. Anyway, yeah, go ahead. We'll get there.
And it was just like hearing everybody talk. Like it was just so much buzz. Hearing everybody talking about it. Normally, the same people that are like at each other's throats and hate each other and hate life. Like people out. I mean, I heard "Who Day" like about 1,000 times too many, but if that's what the people like, I guess that's what they like. So no hate there, but.
You are in the Rust Belt territory.
Yeah, man, but I mean, come up with something better. You know what I mean? I mean, Who had
I'd agree,
it first? Huh? I hear that the Saints had who dat first.
That's that's always been the argument.
The word on the street is that the Saints had who dat first, and then the people of Cincinnati couldn't think of anything better.
You saying so they ain't original? Is that what you're saying? The Bengals fans. I mean, I'll say it. I don't care.
You said that.
I said it asking a question. I didn't say it. But
I mean,
that has always been the age-old question. I mean, I could look it up on the internet. The internet's going to tell me one thing. Who knows?
Well, right. You may get something different from different websites of it. I mean, it doesn't matter. They did their thing. They had a great playoff run. It seemed like each week they were getting
pretty
better
goddamn good playoff run. Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. And then get to the Super Bowl. I feel like it was one of the better, I would much rather watch that than the last couple of years. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, they're a drive out from winning. I mean,
yeah,
that's what it was. It was a pretty good Super Bowl. I was nice leading up to it. I had a couple run-ins with some people that,
come on,
because I wear my lanyard at work.
Come on.
And
you say you was nice?
Oh, I was always nice. When was I? Did I ever tell you I wasn't?
No, not really. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have been. I mean, I would have been nice, but I just wouldn't have been able to contain myself.
Right. I mean, there was one point I think I did say something to somebody at work. I was like, whatever, because the dude was like, the Bengals gonna win, and I was like, okay, we'll see. I was like, that's why they're playing the game,
Right.
But, and then as it got to that Friday and I was leaving work, I remember I told one of my buddies, I was like, dude, if they don't win, I'm gonna be in purgatory forever. I ain't never gonna hear the end of it. Because I won't be able to wear Ram shit. I mean, I could hide and never wear my Ram shit, and that's cool. I could go through life like that, but I'm not gonna do that. You know me, I'm gonna wear my Ram shit anyways.
Hell yeah. I
mean, but it would have hurt. It would have hurt deep down for sure.
Right. It would have been tough.
Goddamn Bengals.
It's oh shit.
No offense, but the goddamn Bengals.
Well, right. I mean, I feel like that's fair though. I mean,
after all these years,
it's tough because being fans of other cities outside of Ohio, even outside of here in Dayton, the majority of everybody's Cincinnati fans. We're only an hour away.
Right.
It's you can't wear shit without hearing something from somebody, whether it's in season or out of season or whatever. But
for sure.
It's all.
I mean, like right now with the Reds, I don't even want to be seen wearing anything with the Reds. I'd rather not talk about
it. Dude.
At the bottom line, you can see it says Jeremy does not want to talk about it.
I don't get it. There's been more and more talks about them selling the team, so that'd be fucking.
Who, the Castellinis? I hope so. That's what I'm praying for.
To Columbus.
No. He'll just sell the team to another owner. They won't go to another city. Hell no, dude. The MLB would never let them leave.
They should go to another city.
No, dude. No, they should not. They're the first MLB team ever.
Oh, are they? I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Well, they're the goddamn... Like, it's just... It would be crazy to me if they left. If they did, I would be pretty amazed.
Oh. I honestly didn't know that. I didn't know that they were the first MLB team ever.
Yeah, that's why they get their home opener always at home. Well, they should. This year they didn't because of the lockout, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the only ones that ever really pushed that with the lockout, and I feel like MLB players are overpaid anyways, but,
Well, it's the TV deal, man. It's like NBA players, the TV deal. You get them Game 7 series, man. Whoo, the money.
Right.
Look at NBA right now, and we're in the playoffs. And I think 3 out of the 4 series are going to go to get Game 7. How much money do you think they make off of that?
I don't know, man. I hear it said it, but I hear that even the NBA playoffs this season are at a decent ratings wise, at a decent low.
It's been a very good playoff like run with every team. Like every game has been tight, competitive, fun to watch. Comes down to the wire. I think the last 2 nights haven't been. They've been blowouts, but for the most part, it's been good. And NHL's the same way. I mean,
I feel like I've been more about NHL than MLB or NBA.
Probably. I mean, you're in an area where we don't have an NBA team, so well down here in the South, so
South Ohio.
South Ohio, we don't get MLB teams.
Right.
NBA, sorry. I guess technically we don't get an MLB team either because they suck. So.
Oh, I feel like that's a little.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They suck.
I get it. Yeah. No, everybody's pretty much saying the same thing.
It's rough, dude.
You know, what can you do though?
The only way they're gonna win a game is if they score 14 runs.
Yeah. But even
as of today, they are, I think, 6-23, 24. As of May 13th, they are 8-24. Sorry, I shorted them 2 games. My fault.
We're about to look up the Pirates.
I can tell you
right now.
They play them tonight. They play the Pirates. They are 13-18, but currently, the Reds own the series.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, one thing you can count on is the Reds beating them old buckos, the Pirates. But that don't mean nothing to me.
No. I actually have been getting more. I feel like I think I talked about this a while ago, but like each year I feel like I get more into watching baseball like on TV. Like now I'm not going to sit there and watch it religiously, but like
if it's on, you kick it on and it's like background. Yeah,
so my parents always got whatever there's typically they're watching sports, whether it's football, basketball, and baseball. Like they're not watching like hockey or golf or some shit, but anything baseball.
What are you trying to say? Hockey's not in the Shepherd household?
Man, no, it's not. I was gonna try to think of something slick to say, but it's just not for us.
It's just not for you. All right, that's fine.
No, man. I've heard a lot of interesting shit lately about hockey as well. Like a couple podcasts talking about how it's just like the hockey league as it is ran like dog shit, and that's why it's not bigger than what it is. Like hockey could be a lot bigger.
It could be better,
but it's just because of poor management.
Yeah, your commissioner makes a difference. I mean,
oh yeah, for sure. Like Goodell,
I will give him this.
Long. Goodell's been a great commissioner.
As far as revenue, hell yeah. As far as rules, no. But I mean, something's got to give, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess the NHL has done very well lately because they're back on ESPN now, which is good.
Yeah,
because that's where your most eyeballs are.
Right.
They are back on ESPN. I think most of the playoffs are on ESPN or ESPN Plus. If you don't have that, then I guess you're just shit out of luck. It's like UFC where you got to kind of pay a premium, but everybody who's not streaming these days.
Well, yeah, right. Everybody is. I mean, it's the easiest.
Well, I think our generation is. I think my parents for sure now. Like, I think more of like my parents' age are like, what the hell, streaming? Dude.
Well,
hell no.
Because I mean, you have to be somewhat, not really even. You got to be a little bit kind of tech savvy to get all of it set up, get the app going, and then every time you use your TV, you need to go to that app to get cable or sports or whatever. So it's not the same as just turning your TV on and being able to change channels anymore. But you know, because we're technically growing up with that new way of watching TV.
Right. It's easy.
But that's why, like, so for example, Spectrum Cable was $59.99 for high speed, like 6 months ago. In the last 2 months, or in the last 6 months, it's went up $10 twice. So it's went up $20. So now it's $79.99. because people aren't watching cable anymore. Well,
oh yeah,
they can call it whatever they want. It's because people aren't buying. It's because people are canceling their cable subscriptions. They're like cutting the cord. They're just like, well, I don't need cable. I'll just get internet. And Spectrum's like, the fuck, that's fine.
Right. Go ahead and do that. We'll jack up the rate, and then so you're gonna make up the money anyways, because when you have to stream services like Netflix, all this shit, it all equals out.
Right.
It all equals out.
Man, so much has happened and we're not going to be able to cover it all today, but so much has happened.
Not the 6 months that's passed, no.
No, so just since we've been gone, I feel like something that it's actually kind of died down a little bit, but there hasn't really been anything to make memes about. Is Will Smith the biggest cuck of all time?
Well, they're getting a divorce, right?
Finally.
But yeah. Finally.
I mean,
good for him. He needs it because.
Well, right. So it's
he's so wrapped up in whatever it is that she does.
Yeah.
Be it, I don't know, behind closed doors, but
just like it's been such a mess for so long, and she's publicly
destroyed him.
Oh, for sure, multiple times over a lot of different years. So it's
here's my question, I guess. Do you think he actually is in movies in the next 5 years?
He's been slowing down as far as movies goes anyways over the last 6 or 7 years, but I'd say he's still going to pop off a couple more.
I've read some of the companies don't want to work with him, and some actors and actresses don't want to work with him.
It'll take a little while, but if Mel Gibson can be anti-Semitic,
hey, man.
And just, if Mel Gibson can be the racist fuck he is and still be invited to shit, and
he made Passion of the Christ, dude.
Still, I don't give a fuck what he made. And if he can,
he drugged God or Jesus through the mud, dude.
Yeah, he's drug all kinds of people through the mud.
Oh yeah, he sure did.
Can still get an invite.
I've heard
Will Smith will get an invite eventually after everybody chills out.
Right.
So it's, I mean, it'll take a little time, but I think he'll pop up in some movies.
Well, who was it? Iron Man. What's his name? Shit. Either way, Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. got back in. I mean, he had drug issues.
Oh, yeah. He had all kinds of issues, but he's a good actor. Not that Will Smith isn't, but his shit. I mean, how a large percentage of Hollywood actors and actresses have some type of vice that has gotten them in trouble. And, you've got the DUI video camera footage of different people. You've got Matt Damon's brother, Johnny Damon. He had a DUI camera. Oh, man, that shit was wild.
Matt Damon's
Drew
brother?
Barrymore has one. Yeah.
Wow, Drew's a hot mess.
Hers is wild. Yeah, the typical "do you know who I am" shit. Yeah, you're arrested is what you are. So
You've been in some movies I've watched.
Right.
What else?
I mean, well, yeah. So I mean, I think he'll have a bit of a resurgence, especially after
it'll take a few years.
It may not.
Got clear
that's the thing. If they're really getting a divorce, it could be hey, this is a new Will Smith, new me kind of thing. And
nobody loves a comeback story more than the American man. Hey, dude, he made it back. It's just that's the way it is, dude. It's the truth.
No, I agree.
Most American men, they're like, oh, damn, that guy. You know what? He went through the fucking ringer with that, whatever she was, and then he made it back.
Oh, man, she was sucking the life out of him, man.
She might have been.
In my opinion, it's just it is what it is.
She was doing something.
But at the same time, if you're going through something like that and you're miserable, what are you doing?
I just think he's afraid to, I guess, move on / try new things or be single. Some people are like that, man. They just don't want to be single.
Which is normal. I mean, I feel that's normal. That brings him back down to not so much of a celebrity, but more of like just a normal average person going through regular shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, most people ain't up on the awards show slapping the shit out of somebody. But you know, I think he definitely needs to distance himself from her.
Right.
You know, the kids for the most part. I mean,
they're adults.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The kids have turned into pretty good people. I mean, I think Willow, she has a good career. But I heard his son is a little different. But that's fine. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. He's not out here doing some crazy shit and getting DUIs or like drugs. Like at least in the public eye, which is good. I mean, obviously he's done something right. But it's not easy. I'm sure being in front of a camera and everything that he's done, like it's not an easy gig to take on because everything he's ever done is in front of the media. So at some point he's gonna break, and I
would agree.
I think he broke like in the public eye at the awards show, which was a terrible mistake, you know. But
right. Bad.
And now I ain't apologizing for him. I mean, what he did was wrong, but give him some time. If Robert Downey can make it, if Johnny Depp gets through it, which I'm sure he will too, because that whole shit show. I mean, watching that just unfold.
Yeah, this. But there's so much more to it because after that's all said and done, I have a feeling she's going to be trying to rope Elon Musk into
who is I
believe. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Are they dating?
I think they were.
Oh, at one point?
Yeah. They were for sure. Possibly that child of hers is his.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Right.
No way.
Yeah. My man did
Amber
not put
Heard's
the hot
ex
sauce
Elon Musk response to Johnny Depp trial. Okay, so they did date at one time.
Yeah.
It must have been before Johnny Depp.
Right. And she
Who knows,
I think she pulled the condom trick. I'm going to take this out of the trash can. Don't mind if I do.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me with her.
No, it wouldn't.
Did you see
she's pretty wild.
Did you see the videos of her on the stand and like
Yeah.
Like what is she doing? I've heard
she's a terrible
I've heard two stories. Well, I've heard two stories. Obviously cocaine. And then I've heard there's some kind of crystal that people sniff in Hollywood so that it makes them cry. I've heard that.
I don't know anything about that.
Some kind of crystal or something. Who knows? I don't know.
That'd be new for me. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. That'd be new for me because I don't know nothing about it. But
crack open a cold one.
We're going to Modelo.
There you go.
Those Stone Cold IPAs, man.
A Mexican lager right now.
What is that? Lime feeling good.
Yeah, Fathead's Mexican style lager with lime. It's so good.
I bet.
That's like my favorite beer when it gets hot outside. Is Mexican lagers with lime.
Little Modelo. We're not endorsed yet.
Not yet.
Maybe one day down the road.
Yeah. Possibilities.
Maybe another 6 years if we stick to the grind.
So let me okay, so here so here's the issue with like progression of women and equal rights and everything else like that. Does Amber Heard's bullshit, because that's what it is, set herself and other women back a period of time? Like,
it looks bad. Do I think it sets them back?
Yeah, like to like pre-voting days. You know what I'm saying?
No, come on. Be realistic. I mean, obviously you're being facetious, but
Oh god.
let's put that. Let's make that clear. You're obviously being facetious.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
But does it look bad? Of course. I mean, I don't know who's to believe because Johnny's not no saint either.
No, not by any means, but she's a terrorist, dude.
She's an issue.
Yeah,
she's definitely an issue.
In a lot of ways.
Her own. Yeah, she's got her own problems, and that's. I mean, I'm sure she'll get fixed. She's young, isn't she? How old is she?
I think she's in her mid-20s. Yeah, she's. I don't even know if she's 30. I have no idea, to be honest with you.
She's 36. Holy shit! Get your shit straight. Get your shit straight, dude. You're 36.
So basically, you're saying she's too old to be acting like this.
I mean, like, it's okay to have some issues still, but you should be able to talk it out at 36.
No, I agree. But she's just, I
think she was like 20, 28, 29, 30.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I think that he was ready to just leave everything alone, but she cost him millions of dollars and possibly his career with all her nonsense.
$24 million for the
at minimum, just for that one movie.
Pirates movie.
Pirates 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Which we didn't really need another one. Let's be honest. I mean, I think I stopped watching after the third one.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were made
after that. Right.
Nah. But I do enjoy all of the TikTok and I mean, like, I'm not on TikTok, but the Instagram that gets pushed over, the TikToks that get pushed over like 3 weeks later, you keep the good work alive because it's great. I might get it 2 or 3 weeks late, but I get it.
Yeah. No, it's there for a while. That's like the only thing that you would see on TikTok. It was just, I mean, it was almost like you were watching it live.
Well,
there was really no point to get on TikTok.
Right. I think the reason you didn't see it this week is because it was they were on like recess.
I don't know.
Yeah. They were out swinging on the swing set. So why do they call it a recess? That's I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Well,
to be honest with you,
this is the great thing about this now that I have control. Why do they call it a recess in court? A break in a trial or other court proceedings or legislative session until a date and time is certain. Recess is not confused with the adjournment, which winds up in the proceedings. It's just a break, but why? Where did that come from? Did they go out to recess afterwards, like back in the day? I don't know.
I think it's just a term. I think the term recess for school came after recess for court.
That could be,
betting man.
Probably. That was a good show though, or a cartoon when I was a kid.
What?
Recess. You don't remember Recess?
No.
It was a
cartoon?
Yeah. It's a great cartoon.
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
It was like in the tail end of our it says a American animated series in 1997. So we were still young.
Yeah.
You remember the little man, I wish I could share my screen with you.
9-10.
You remember the dude who had the note and he'd always be writing shit like that, you know? His name was Randall Weems. And there was memes. They make memes about him. He has like the red hair and fucking he has a notepad and he's writing in it. Mm-hmm. Type in recess, dog. You're gonna be like, oh shit. You got Miss Finster, Gretchen Grundler, Ashley Spinelli, Mikey Blue. Shit, dude. That was a great show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It had a short run.
Seeing it. I remember
run.
it now.
I mean, that was like
a pretty funny one.
That was pre-pubescent days for me.
Yeah, because we would have been if this came out in '97, we'd have been 9, 10.
Yeah. That was right when I was getting to WWF, so that was when I grew up. 97 through like 99, dude. That was when civilization peaked. Mm-hmm. And then we just...
I remember
it wasn't a steep cliff.
Parties and stuff like that. Monday Night Raw.
The pay-per-views, dude. It was good times.
Mm-hmm.
What it could be. Well, can we just go back?
I wish. We talk about that a lot, actually. It's just how it's in every day there's something else that's just like, I hate even saying the word woke, but it's just like every day there's something else coming out that's like, oh, okay, cool. Like this is just one more thing.
It's just too much anymore, man.
There's like the Calvin Klein ad that said this.
Oh, yeah. You sent that in the chat.
Klein man that said old boy was a man, that he was pregnant. Well, Calvin Klein, you've got your pronouns wrong, because that's not possible.
So let's get this straight. The ad had a female that was a man transitioning, correct?
Yep.
But he had a beard, and he had... Did he have the happy trail?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I think he did. Either way, it don't matter. Hey, man. Mm-hmm. Whatever, Calvin Klein. Do your thing. I mean, here, do your thing. Whatever, I don't care, man. It's gonna age like milk.
Yeah, this shit's gonna age like milk, man.
I heard that term on Wednesday, and I was like, that's pretty good. That's the first one.
Solomon, man. Or well, did you say that?
Well, no, your brother said it, but earlier in the day, dude I work with said it too, and so it must be it must be trending, you know.
Right.
I mean,
no,
whatever.
It's just I don't know, man. I'm all about people doing whatever they want, but like some of this shit's just I don't know.
I mean, I admit I'm getting old because there's some shit I'm like, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I mean, the new Kendrick album dropped today. Cool, man. Like, I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it is.
I don't know if it's great because his last one was trash. His last two were trash, I think.
Damn was his last one.
Kendrick?
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. Damn was the last one.
Oh, I'm thinking of J. Cole. My bad.
Oh, yeah. J. Cole was ass, dog. Let's go ahead and let me say this in the mic real slow.
J. Cole.
J. Cole is ass.
And he
started in 2014. 2014, Forest Hill Drive was his best album. And if you can't live with that, fuck you.
No, I mean, that's
good night.
That's facts. That's facts.
Because that was a great album. But everything
his
after.
Fall off was,
it was bad. 2014.
It was real bad.
Amazing album. After that, all trash. Like,
not so hot.
My neighbor thinks I'm selling dope. Like,
yeah,
okay. Like that was a dope song, but the rest of that album,
great song.
I think the newer one that just came out, I forget the name of that one. Let's look it up here. Again, great thing. I got the power. Let's look this up. J. Cole's last album was... Bear with me here. There's a lot of shit. He did put out a...
but that one was trash, though, dude. That was his last one. No,
the off-season had some...
is where it started.
The off-season had like a couple, like maybe 2 good songs again. All the fucking letters were spaced out, whatever, cool.
Yeah.
But
again, KOD is where it started. That was that first one that was just like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah. I mean, no
KOD
role models. It's a billion listens.
Because even the
1.2.
So when he had Forest Hill Drive was good. And then they even came out with a whole album for Forest Hill Drive live for one of his concerts that he did. That was, it was
actually
fire.
Good. It was
good.
It was good.
So KOD was trash.
I'm not a big Kendrick Lamar fan. Yeah, but back to Kendrick Lamar. I'm not a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, and I've said to a couple buddies of mine, or one buddy that's a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. He's just all over the place. Like it's sporadic.
Yeah. I like him a lot, but I'm not going to sit here and say he's the best ever by any stretch. Like, I like Kendrick Lamar. Like, he's good. He's a great lyricist. He's a great rapper.
Right.
But in my opinion, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I mean, he's the best. Because I don't believe that. I haven't listened to this new album, but I tell you now, it's probably not better than Pusha T's album.
Push's album was pretty good.
That's gonna be tough. His new album just came out. It's gonna be tough to beat for the whole this whole year.
Right. It's objective. I mean, that's what the whole thing's about.
Right.
It's objective. Yeah. I mean, you like who you like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you used to give me all kinds of shit about Drake. I mean, like, you were like, he ain't no rapper. He's awful. He sucks. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. You know, you don't like him.
My boy's a pop star.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, he is. And the last two albums, just straight cheeks, dude. Like, get back on the grind. I mean, it's a young man's game. The rap game is a young man's game. After you get past 30, you fall off usually. It's just the way it is. And I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't listen to much rap anymore, man. I don't. I think the genre has changed into this weird, like, there's so many subgenres within it where you got mumble rap, you've got like Bruno Mars, who's somewhat rap but popular, like, and then you got Drake
pop and soul,
right? But like he's mixed, and then like Drake's just fucking pop rap. And then you occasionally get like some ghetto gangster shit, which is fine.
Right. Kendrick's more of that like West Coast style rap.
And it's a concept album. Every album he's ever made is a concept album, which is cool.
Right.
I mean, you got to sit down, you got to listen to the whole thing all the way through.
Right.
But I can't, for some reason, I just can't get behind it. I don't know why. I couldn't explain it, and that's okay.
I mean, I'll give it a listen and we'll see. But like I said, I don't know. I
ain't bashing him.
Pusha T's always been one of my favorites, man. Always been one of my favorites.
Pusha's got a good flow.
Oh yeah,
and
and he won't put out trash. He's not going to put out. He will not put out music just to put out music just because he hasn't in a while.
Right.
He's constantly fine tuning everything that he does. So.
Right. This album was a little bit of the last album redone.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more evolved from what I got to listen to. I haven't got to listen to it all. I'll probably listen to some of it tonight, and I'll listen to Kendrick's tonight a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I ain't trying to bash nobody. It's just I'm getting old. That's the truth.
Yeah, but I just sometimes as some of these things change as far as like, the rap, like what's going on in the music game as far as like different genres and stuff like that go, and as new people come and old people go, or even old people come back to the scene, your interest changes and stuff like that. Like for me, music is like very seasonal, depending on the time of year.
There's some bands that just I can listen to all the time. And then there's some bands
listen to rap
and artists that I can just listen to certain times.
Right. Yeah. And I'll listen to hip hop like primarily year round, but more so like fall, winter time. I listen to a lot of hip hop and stuff like that. And then like spring and summertime, I listen to a lot of country, like a lot of like old school style country, Chris Stapleton, kind of folky. I can't think of his name right now. Coulter Wall. A lot of that stuff. So I mean, you've always been big into some country here and there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially as like the last 2 or 3 years with some of these dudes coming out. Like
I will admit, man, there are some artists that, I mean, anything you hear on the radio is bubblegum pop country for the most part. Like besides Chris Stapleton, you ain't hearing
Tyler Childers. That's I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, he was up here in Troy. He was at Hobart.
Dude's a beast.
But like you won't hear much of him on the radio.
No.
Not and that's fine.
Something, right. Which exactly. Which
unless you're on XM.
Most of the hip hop and stuff I listen to is not something you're not gonna hear it on the radio. It's not stuff that they're gonna be playing on the radio. You know what I mean? It's not Lizzo. It's not fucking Cardi B. It's you know what I mean? It's not the Migos. I'm not listening to anything like that.
Right. I mean, nobody's listening to the Migos anyways, dog.
Maybe
the Migos kind of fell off.
I don't know what people are listening to on our local hip hop rap channel here in Dayton, but I'm not listening to it.
I mean, we don't have a rock station besides WTE.
Not anymore. I can't believe that.
They just got rid of it. It makes me sad a little bit.
You guys want to keep playing the same songs over and over again? You're fired.
WTE, we'll just push everything over. Everything's over now.
I mean, pretty much. That's it. It sounds like what happened.
To be honest, though, I mean, that's when I knew I was like, "Fuck, I'm old."
Yeah,
they're over here. They're over here playing some shit like Linkin Park on WTE. I'm like, what?
Right.
Like, what happened? Right. When did this happen? You know, but no, I don't give a shit. Whatever. I know I'm getting old. That's fine.
I mean, it's evolution. That's just part. I mean, wow.
I'm out of touch. Some would say, but I feel like I'm pretty good.
Changing with the times.
But you know, as far as we were on Amber Heard, shithead.
Yeah,
get it together.
Yeah.
We're all over the place right now.
What happened?
It's been 6 months. We're rusty.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, we'll get it back together. We didn't even really we had some topics, but we didn't even really like come up with the normal thing like we normally do. This is kind of just like a welcome back into it kind of episode, talking, getting the mics hot, just saying what's up to everybody kind of thing. So
yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, it's loosely based. We were just,
a lot of people asked when we were going to start and all this shit, and I said, we'll be starting a month about like 3 months ago. I mean, shit's just been going on, dude. Life happens. So, but we're back at a consistent rate every week,
right?
So,
and this setup works. It works a lot easier for both of us.
Yeah, you don't have to drive 30 miles, so. And we could cut a podcast at any time.
Exactly.
Like, hey, you want to hop on and talk about this? Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
so we talked about this real quick. So there is a such thing as being too woke. Like we kind of breezed past that with like all the other shit we talked about. But I mean, it's safe to say that there is a such thing as being like, okay, Oregon, okay, Washington, we get it.
Well, and them freedom fighters up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, them social justice warriors. I understand.
Like, it's getting to a point where it's the education has left the chat. You know what I mean? Like any form of knowledge has left the chat, and it's people just being aggressively argumentative just to be that way. Like there's no okay, good point. Well, I didn't really know that, or I haven't really thought about that angle, or I haven't educated myself on that topic as it pertains to what we're talking about here. No, dude, it's just like, I'm in your face. I hate your guts because you disagree with me. How dare you drive down this street? And I mean, it's crazy. Like there's certain areas that you still can't drive without people throwing shit at your car. And they don't know what you think. They don't know if you agree with them or not.
Right. It's I don't know, man. when it comes to shit like that, I try to talk to people, but if they're not level-headed, then what? I ain't gonna waste my time, because it's just at that point I'm wasting my own air.
Oh, for sure.
Because I
they're
mean,
not taking in.
they're not listening. They're just they want to
bit.
They just want to say what they want to say and be heard, and that's it.
Right.
They don't want to listen. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to hear anything that you have to say. They don't want any kind of criticism. And hey, whatever, that's fine. If you don't want to fucking listen, cool. You know, if you want to push your narrative, cool, do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate. I mean, because we're not getting anywhere with it. You know, we've talked about this before. I think 8 months ago. You know, that everybody should just work together collectively, but we're not getting there. Everybody just wants to argue. You know, everybody wants a piece.
Enjoy it.
Well, everybody wants a piece of the pie. Everybody wants something out of it. Like, well, I can't give you anything out of it. Like, I can't make up for what happened. It's never ever gonna be. It's never gonna be made up. It's never gonna be right. We're never gonna be even. It's never gonna be fair. No. You know, like your brother said today, man. He was like, "It's never gonna be fucking fair. Just go out there and work." Like if somebody has a prejudice against you, like work, move on. If it ain't working out, you know, go do your thing.
Like it comes a lot, and also like a lot of like people spending more time minding other people's business than their own. Like, I don't live my life looking for people that disagree with me or don't like me because of who I am or anything like that. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I'm not pressed about it. It doesn't make me lose sleep at night. Like, I spend no time wasting thought or energy on anything like that. I worry about if I'm good, my loved ones are good, my friends are good, you know, I'm good. Like, I'm not out here looking for somebody to be upset with me or for me to be upset with them. I don't have time for that shit. I got too much going on to be worried about what everybody else is doing or what they think of me as a person. I don't give a shit about that. So that's a lot of people just need to stay in your own lane, worry about what you're doing and just living a better, wholesome, whatever life, whatever you want to call it. But there's a lot of people that they can't live unless they're in other people's bullshit or whatever.
Well, they just feel like they're doing, I guess, the community good, but they don't know. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about half the time.
No.
They read some article, they saw some shit online, they saw something on TV, you know, and they feel like, oh, well, that called to me. Okay. But, like, are you talking to the community? Are you understanding what people want? Mm-hmm. Like, most people, I feel like, don't. I feel like they're just like, I feel like this is what I want to push. Well, that's what the internet's pushing.
They feel like they have to activate themselves. You know what I mean? They feel like they got to do something.
Yeah. That the old kill John Lennon activate shit. my cat.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
Dude, I don't understand it. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. Just like you said, mind your business. And if you want to help somebody, help them. If you want to be the problem, you'll get dealt with.
Well, you know? Right.
You know. And I mean, it's just life finds a way to work itself out for the most part.
I agree.
It's unfortunate that we're still in 2022 and we're still arguing about shit from way back when.
Well, just again, it's a lot of people either not minding they're not minding their own business, or they just can't let go of shit that instead of focusing that energy and that mental time on how they can live a better life and what they can do for themselves, and you know, how they can push themselves forward for the betterment of themselves and their family and whatever else. They're spending that same amount of energy on, you know, why isn't this being done for me, or why isn't this, you know, being pushed for me, or why aren't you giving me more, you know?
Right.
What are you talking about? Give you more for what? What'd you do? Why should I be giving you anything?
You got to work, man. No matter what, we all got to work.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way the system is. We all got to work for it. So, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Is it fair that shit happened the way it did? No. But what we can do is work together for the fucking future, like I said earlier, you know, in the text.
Well, right.
But, I mean, the problem is a lot of people carry over shit. And that's fine. Yeah. Let them carry over. But karma will work itself out. I mean, we're at a point now today where that shit won't fly. Like, being racist ain't gonna fly. You're gonna get found out. You know, people are gonna out you if you do some stupid shit like that in 2022.
Canceled.
You get canceled. You get fired. Whatever you want to call it, it'll work its way out. You know. Mm-hmm. But it sucks, man. I hope that at some point we get back to the point where we were before all this bullshit.
I think
it's going to take some time.
Yeah, I think that's something that could definitely happen. It just depends on, or I'm not depends on, but I think it just takes time. But I think a mindset has to change. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
yeah, I think people just got to grow old of it. Like, well. You know, it's not working out. What can we do?
Well, right.
Let's work together. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't want to work together. They just want to argue, push their narrative, all that bullshit. So
it's easier. It's easier to do that than invest the time to work towards something. It doesn't take any. Yeah, it doesn't take any work to argue with somebody. All you have to do is not give a fuck to argue with somebody.
Right.
So, I mean,
I know that you had the agenda of talking about Baker, and I know that's a huge jump and leap.
Yeah.
From social justice to Baker.
That and rating dating apps. That's the only two things we ain't talked about.
Right. Which we've done before, but you want to do it again.
No, we have it rated dating
1 through 3,
before.
1 through 4.
We've talked about them. We've talked about them, but I don't think we've actually rated them.
There was an episode.
Was there?
I saw. Yeah, there was an episode.
I missed it then.
It was early.
Maybe I'm forgetting. Right.
It's like 10 or 11, somewhere in there. Either way, we can go back.
Okay.
I mean, you know, ebb and flow. You know, stuff's going on in life. You're back on the maps.
Yeah.
So about Baker first.
Basically.
About Baker first.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Baker last year?
We talked about it. Like Baker is not, and never was gonna be like that dude. Like, he's not an elite quarterback. He's not Manning. He's not Brady, Breeze, Roethlisberger. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not any of these guys.
He's not tier 1.
No, but he is a better quarterback than he's a the term game manager gets brought up a lot, which he was a good game manager. But at the same time, I still feel like had a little bit more work to do. Like, I don't think Baker he hasn't reached his full potential.
Right.
I don't know if that means it's something that he wasn't getting with the Browns or is going to get with the Browns, obviously, now that Deshaun Watson's there, but I don't know. But I've always felt that he's gotten better, obviously, as he's been in the NFL, but still hasn't reached his full potential, because it seems like there's still just that he's getting a little bit better. He's getting a little bit better. He's getting a little bit better. and that just takes time and whatnot. But I would really be interested to see what happens to him in this upcoming season, because as of right now, he's still he's still named the starting quarterback of the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, I said, we were talking about it today at work,
and
I think
he don't want to be there because they picked up Deshaun Watson. So
I mean, do you blame him though?
Fuck no, I don't blame him.
Right.
Hell no.
So
I mean, I'd be upset too. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's, Baker doesn't give a shit about the contract. He doesn't care about doing them whack ass commercials in the stadium. He wants to play football. Then he's made that very clear. Like, I'm not worried. I'm here to play football. I'm not here to sit on the bench. So if I'm not going to be playing football here, I want to go somewhere where I can play football.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got to see what Deshaun Watson can do after taking a year off, and he's still going to be on how many game suspension to start this season.
Well, that's the other issue is what does he have in the tank as far as?
Listen, it's not that I don't think he doesn't have the capabilities, but in the world of
you're talking about Deshaun Watson.
In the world of professional sports, football is by far the fastest moving. When you take a year off from football, you're cutting your abilities down probably in half as being able to come back at the same pace as you were before. It's going to take a lot of work. I'm not saying he hasn't been doing the work. I don't know what he's been doing, but it hasn't been playing football on a field against other football teams. So he's lost that. He has to get that back. You got to get that back at the beginning of a season when you just played last season. So it'll be interesting to see taking a whole year off and then being suspended, obviously, to see where he's actually at come start of the season. Deshaun Watson's a beast. He's got a great arm. He's precise. He can move his feet. He's a good quarterback. He did a lot of good for the Texans while he was there. But
we don't know if he's going to be suspended. We don't know.
Literally boom or bust. Literally boom or bust.
They sold their soul. I mean, they gave up a lot, and they guaranteed a lot.
And the Texans still got shit.
Well, the Texans are a shit organization. I mean, when have they ever been relevant?
Never. Not well. They became relevant with J.J. Watt, in my opinion, but he ain't even there no more. And that I felt like he was their ultimate ride or die. So,
right. I mean,
the Texans. I don't think that team. I don't think that's a team you're ever gonna have to look at to be like, oh shit, we got the Texans this week. You know what I mean?
Well, at some point they will be down the line, but right now,
maybe, but
not in the next 10 years. No. Well, let me take that back. Maybe in the next 5, but not in the next 10, or not in the next. They're gonna be formidable in the 5, but not in the next year. The problem is that they gave up Deshaun, which we know that he's in legal trouble.
Right. But but that's all going to float away. That's what's interesting. So
yeah, but the NFL is also going to.
Well, no, the legal trouble is gone. It's now
as far as being.
Yeah, they everything was dropped. The FBI said, we don't have anything, so we're dropping everything. So now it's up to the league to decide if they want to.
Right. Which they're gonna. Anything. They're gonna.
They may not.
Dude,
because it's all bullshit.
They suspended Ezekiel Elliott for less.
Yeah, but the proof was like, hey, yo, this is Zeke doing this whack ass shit.
Zeke did some stupid shit before that.
Yeah,
and it led up, but they had no proof. They had no proof about what he did.
I honestly feel like this is right on par with the same old bullshit. Like he wanted out of that team. And where are they at? They're in Texas. You know what I mean? Texas ain't known for great things as far as Jerry Jones I'm not saying who Jerry Jones is or isn't, but I think anybody that's watched or paid attention to football long enough knows that they call Jerry Jones a slave trader. You know what I mean? Whatever. I don't care either way. But this is Texas, and these are the Texans. So it's you know what I mean? I'm not surprised by this type of shit. It strikes me very weird that the lawyer
it happened at the same time.
The lawyer for the team, or no, the lawyer for this chick lives in the same subdivision. It's not even a subdivision. It's just a big area with a bunch of big ass mansions as the owner of the Texans. That lawyer lives in the same down the road as the owner of the Texans.
Right.
That's not a coincidence.
It's not. Well,
Get
yeah.
the fuck out of
it
here.
Obviously is.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
nonsense.
Like a lot of things don't line up.
The FBI was involved. Do you think they give a shit who he is?
I mean, if there's like a serious thing, they would, but they don't.
They would have nailed his ass to the wall if something was really up. One thing.
I'm in the boat that there's obviously an issue somewhere. Somebody feels wrong.
I don't know, man. Yeah, the Texans owner feels wrong.
Well, obviously.
Right.
Because he was told, hey, I don't want to play anymore for you.
Because you're running this team.
After J.J. Watt,
you're running this team into the ground.
You can leave. You asked for a trade. You're good.
You're on the you're old.
You asked for a trade. What?
Get injured. Well, J.J. Watt can't not get injured. Old. He's falling apart. That's what happens when you get older and the position that he's in, it just keeps piling on.
Just say it like it is. He's washed.
He is. I'm not gonna say he's well.
He's washed.
Man, that's a lot of injuries, though. Just a lot of surgeries. Washed. He's a
His
bit.
brother
washed,
is better.
So that is facts. That is.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Facts.
But most people wouldn't. Most people probably wouldn't agree with you.
I don't give a fuck if they would or not. He's better now. He's showed that he's better now at this point in his career than the whole shebang from JJ. The whole career of JJ's compared to TJ's right now. Come on.
Yeah. No, I would agree with you there. I would agree with you. A casual would not.
No, that's fine. That's fine. The real Stick City, the real Stick City people know, I suppose. But
I would hope so.
I just feel that it was there's a lot of butt hurt going on in Texas with the owner. Right. You know, the team's falling apart. The team ain't been good. They've tried new coaches. They've tried everything. You're losing players left and right. You can't get shit together. One season after another is just trash. And you just can't get it together. Now your starting quarterback, which was your only hope, is like, hey, while I've got any time left to be a good quarterback in the league, I'd like to do it somewhere else because y'all suck. I want to.
Well, I can't blame him. I mean, the organization has done nothing since, let's see, Matt Schaub and Arian Foster. I mean,
Arian Foster.
And Arian Foster was good, man.
Too. He was good, but his career was only like 3 years tops. You know what I mean? On the
top
side
a little
of
longer
his
than
career.
that.
Well, his career was longer than that, but I feel like the top of his running back career was through like 3-ish years.
I mean, what?
Like he wasn't built for a long career in the NFL.
Well, what dominant running back has lasted longer than that? Not many.
3 years? Oh man.
Maybe Adrian Peterson.
AP, you got Zeke is on his like 5th or 6th year.
He's not dominant anymore.
Zeke is decent. He's not somebody to just throw your hands up at.
They need to move.
Derrick Henry is on his 4th year. You know how I feel about D. Henny.
Hey, I love Derrick Henry, but they may need to look elsewhere.
I doubt it.
I'm just telling.
A fucking offensive line is where they need to look.
You get one injury, it starts to pile. Ask Christian McCaffrey. Dude, it's just a different league, dude.
I mean, different type of running back.
No, it's obviously Derrick Henry is 6'4", 230 or 240.
Their run style's not even the same.
Well, one's gonna run right into you, the other one's gonna juke the shit out of you.
Well, he's gonna try, but he doesn't have that anymore.
Who,
So,
McCaffrey? I think he does.
Yeah,
it's just he's pulling hammies, dude. It's just
them tendons ain't holding together. Them muscle fibers.
them hammies ain't the same.
Yeah.
He needs to take a page out of his daddy's book and wear like a size of cleats that are about 3 sizes too small. He used to cut the toes of his cleats. I swear. Look it up.
I get that. I'm saying the real problem for McCaffrey was the coach that wore him out.
Riverboat Ron?
Down after down, wore Christian McCaffrey out. Like, just said that's
well. The same's going to be said about Henry, dude. I mean, Henry had.
I agree.
And then, I mean, Dalvin Cook, same story.
Dalvin Cook, Dalvin Cook's still dangerous. Aaron Jones is getting better. You know, I'd say Aaron.
Say
top career wise, we're gonna go 5 to 6 years. Should be dominant for 5 to 6 years. I feel like my hands are super close. Dominant for like 5 to 6 years, maybe 7, right? But you're gonna probably play football 10 to 11. Arian Foster was a chump.
I mean, we can look it up, dude. No.
Arian Foster was a chump. Man, you ever
listen to
no. Dog was complaining.
No, he's just mad.
On his podcast, like, hey, dog, I know this is your podcast and shit, but chill out.
Here we go.
Chill out.
Now, he's just angry, man.
Yeah.
He's just angry because his career.
Playing football is a privilege. Playing football is not
Oh, absolutely.
So there's nobody for him to be angry at. He's the same age as us. His 40 time sucks.
Well, I don't give a shit about his 40 time. That motherfucker showed the 40 time.
It was like the first thing to pop up. I was just like, oh yeah, that's not good.
So in Houston,
he played
in 2010 all the way
8 years.
to 2014, he had 1,000-yard season except one in 2013. He had 542 because I think he got injured, which I'm sure he did.
Well, 2009
he only played 8 games. Well, 2009 he was a rookie, dude. He ain't gonna get playtime. He ain't gonna get playtime. He was what
4,000-yard seasons out of 8.
Yeah, that's normal. Look up Todd Gurley. Let's look it up. Todd Gurley.
You want to talk about
the guy who? Well, no shit. That's what I'm saying. The guy who had the league by the balls. All right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 3,000-yard seasons. That's it. But you remember him as that MVP season because he was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he was good, but that was crazy how he fell off. That was kind of weird.
That's what happens, dude. You get one injury.
AP's AP's a terrible example. He's you know what? AP
is not an example because he is an anomaly.
He is an anomaly. I'm saying Arian Foster is a great example because he was not a great longevity career.
That's the normal career now, dude. That's the normal career of a running back. I hate to break it to you.
It always has. No, I mean it always has been. I'm just saying, like, he wasn't that great in my opinion. You know what I mean?
There ain't many guys like Frank Gore. Now
Frank Gore probably had maybe like 4,000 or 5,000 yard seasons. The rest of those seasons were just like,
all right, I got to pull it up. We about to check the receipt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,000 yard seasons.
Okay, 9. All right.
He had but how 2006, many 7, 8, 9. He had 11, 12, 13, 14. In 2016 at 1,000 yards, and he was very close in 2017.
How many seasons total?
Did he play? He played. Oh God! I mean, he played forever, dude.
That's what
he played through 2020 from 2005 to 2020. But
that's a
majority of those seasons
career as a running back. So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that Arian Foster can be compared to Frank Gore? Not necessarily compared. I take that back. I think that Arian Foster was just above average, in my opinion, as a starting running back. Just above average. He ain't no different than Corey Dillon for the fucking Bengals, or what was it, Willie Parker for the Steelers or some shit like that.
Arian Foster's peak. Let's put it this way: Arian Foster's peak, besides Frank Gore's ridiculous second season of 16,000 yards. Or 1,600,
16,000?
sorry. 1,600 yards. 1,600 yards. Every other season that he had 1,000 yards, he only had 1,100 or okay, so he had 1,200 twice, but every other season was 1,100 or less. So in 2006, he had 1,600, right? And that's just rushing. Let's see his receiving. Receiving was usually, in his early years, was about 400 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then average about 200, we'll say. But Arian Foster, when he was at his peak, not Darian Foster, Arian Foster.
His peak was the second year.
Arian Foster, 16. So he was the league leading rusher that year. 12-24, 14-24, and then 12-46. And then his receiving yards, 604, 617, 217, 183, 327, and 227. I mean, the dude was a dual threat. He was I think if you ask me, who do I want in their prime, I would take Arian Foster. But over Frank Gore? Yeah. In his prime? Yes. Like if I needed just 1 year.
That's in Texas.
Who gives a shit? He was in San Francisco. San Francisco sucked. Well, San Francisco sucked when Frank Gore was killing.
I'm just thinking about all the other places. I'm just thinking about all the other places Frank Gore's played. But Miami, the Jets, he's played a couple of places.
I mean, I remember him as a 49er. That was his long.
Well, yeah, that was right. I give you that. Yeah. So
I mean, Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley's best year. What do you think? Here. What do you think Todd Gurley's best year was?
As rushing, around like 1,300 rushing.
His best year was 1,305.
Yeah,
but
okay.
That motherfucker had 788 yards receiving that season too, and that was 2017. Well, that was his best year.
Right. Yeah, he never. Well, I mean, he was
technically that was his best year. The next year, 2018, he had 17 touchdowns. That was the year we went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And so it wasn't a whole lot of running down the field by him, but it was a lot of him getting those, those goal line stands and stuff.
Right. But I mean, the average career of a running back in today's NFL is like maybe 6 years, maybe. The average. Well, now there's some guys out there that are going to obviously go longer, but that's not the average. Like Zeke's not. Well, right. Zeke's probably only got 3 good years, if that.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry
he'll probably get traded.
Well, they should have traded him already, to be honest. Derrick Henry, it wouldn't surprise me he gets injured again. Jonathan Taylor.
I don't know.
Jonathan Taylor. I mean,
you want to talk about somebody that took off.
Well, his rookie year,
this last year with Jonathan Taylor was nuts.
Where is he? Is his first name not Jonathan Taylor? Jonathan? Taylor. Yeah. There it is. All right. Just A-N. Dude has ran 1,000 yards every season. Dude, how many yards do you think he had last year? Off the top of your head. It
was like 2,200, wasn't it?
Well, that's total.
Yeah.
How many do you think he rushed?
I'm not sure about that. Probably like 1,300.
1,800.
Yeah, that's a lot of football.
I mean, that dude is a beast. Don't get me wrong. He had 360 receiving, but like 18 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns receiving. So 20 total touchdowns.
Even his rookie season was fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, his rookie season, the tail end of the year, he went off because I remember. Right. And I mean, either way, it's just running backs, dude. There's a reason why they're not getting drafted in the first round because their career is so short. There's no reason to pay them.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's time to, as your running back is taking off, our organization's already kind of like thinking ahead. Okay, what are we going to do here in a couple of years? So, it's a tough position. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I feel like I don't even know how we got to Arian Foster, but I feel like I don't know, not my ideal. When I think of great running
he's
backs,
a crybaby now.
He never comes to mind, and that was part of it too, but he's not one that ever came to mind. Like, oh yeah, Arian Foster, I remember him. He was the
shit. Stop it. He was a fantasy monster, and that makes you automatically one of the greats. He had a solid 3-year period. Yes, it does. How does it not?
I mean
that automatically puts you in the. The crazy thing is these running backs with the short shelf life that they have, some of them won't make it into the Hall of Fame that were really damn good.
Yeah.
But like guys like AP that played for forever,
he'll be in the Hall of Fame without a doubt.
Frank Gore, he's in.
He's in the Hall of Fame for sure. The old man time.
I guess Todd Gurley, prime example. Does he get in? No.
To the Hall of Fame? No.
No. Fuck no.
There ain't no way.
I mean, what
Todd. Can he say except for getting to the Super Bowl? You know what I mean? That's it. I mean, his career was super short, I feel like.
Well, he limped and then his fault. He didn't even get to play that much.
Wow, that's the say. Like, there ain't no chance he makes it into the Hall of Fame, not as a running back. I don't know if he comes out later as some great ass coach or something.
Well, I mean, I think he's still. Well, no. He's off the books now.
6.
He was getting paid. He was getting paid.
I'm sure he was. Well, yeah, because you got to 6 seasons. 6.
But he got paid.
That is so sad.
It sucks, man, because he was fun to watch.
Yo, his rushing yards were dog shit.
Yeah, he was very good at being a decoy, but he was also very good at being a dual threat, which some guys can't be, like Derrick Henry. Fuck out of here, dude. You ain't no dual threat. I love Derrick, but I mean, let's be honest. Like Chubb's already had a knee injury. I mean, he's young, but
my boy squats 700 plus.
That's cool.
Shit's crazy.
What's it do out on the field?
It doesn't do anything for that knee.
You're gonna miss. I guarantee you. I'm calling it now. He'll miss 4 games this season.
They still have. What's his name?
They still have Hunt. They still have Dearness Johnson. But
how many games?
I mean, at least 4. At least he'll probably miss only 3, but still, that's a lot of games.
If they do a better job of subbing those other 2, he won't miss any games.
He shouldn't.
That's the thing. If you got to find that balance,
they're in a contract year with Hunt. They're in a contract year with Hunt and Dearness Johnson.
I don't know what he's expecting. Either of them, Hunt or Dearness Johnson.
Hunt deserves not a lot of money, but he deserves a new contract. But I mean, if I'm the Browns, I'm not gonna re-up him. I'm gonna keep Dearness because he's cheaper.
Yeah, you think he's as effective?
I mean, he had some monster ass games when he got to get in there.
I think in a dual threat running back situation, where you have.
I thought you were going to say a dual threat quarterback. I was about to be like, we don't know if he's playing.
Right. Having both of them, having 2 great running backs. I mean, obviously you're gonna pay Chubb. I would re-up Dearness Johnson because not only is he, I think he's younger, but I mean, he is going to be cheaper than Kareem Hunt.
Oh, absolutely. Unless you just run him into the wall this year and he just has a monster year, which I highly doubt.
Who?
D'Ernest
You never
Johnson.
know. It depends on if somebody gets hurt and then somebody else gets hurt.
Well, yeah.
You know how it goes.
If Hunt and fucking Chubb get hurt again.
Well, even if just Chubb gets hurt and it's just the two of them, D'Ernest Johnson and Hunt, D'Ernest could emerge as the top back.
Maybe it's a product.
I mean,
of
it's
line.
crazy. You never know. You never know what could happen.
So since we've run
Baker
a little
Mayfield
long,
he took us on a full ride there, just talking about Baker.
And next week we'll take the tender and all that.
Yeah,
we'll
that's fine. Yeah, and then we'll
we're
come
a
up
little
with some other stuff.
Oh,
absolutely.
I mean?
But yeah,
life finds a way. It will have plenty more topics.
That sounds like a good bio.
Yeah, but it's been real. I'm glad that we're back. We'll be back weekly, every probably Wednesday, because I think the average or the normal record time will be Tuesday. So every Wednesday we'll try to put out a new podcast. If we put out multiple, just fucking listen. If we don't text me.
Don't text me. Don't hit me up.
We will be back. I promise you. We will put out new shit every week. At least every week. This is a lot easier, so it's a lot more quicker to get it out. A lot more quicker, yeah. It's a lot easier to get it out, so that's the thing we're gonna try to do.
Right.
I mean, it's good being back. It's good to sit down, have conversations about sports, bullshit.
Hell yeah.
And as the intro said, the talk and the hair is a lot better than the barbershop. But we both got hats on today. But no, it's good to be back, and we'll put out shit every week, at least by Friday of every week. If you got anything else, I'll let you.
That's it, man. That's my time. That's our time.
Right. So I guess the cliffhanger will be next week. We'll talk about the dating apps.
Yeah, we gotta rate some dating apps.
All right, and we got to put a little stories behind it, because
God.
I'm listening.
Stories for days, man.
All right, well, you better bring them, because I don't have no stories. I'm getting married in 36 days?
Get it right.
Yeah.
Get it right.
36 days. The Jerome Bettis.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, it's been good to come back. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week right here on the podcast Sticks and Stones. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Sticks and Stones podcast. Join us next time. And remember, keep it real.